Welcome back to the channel, Ghosties and Ghoulies. I'm so happy that you could join me today. I hope you've been doing well. I've been doing fantastic. I'm going to do a pick a card reading for you today. For those of you who have been here a while, you know what this is. I hope you're enjoying it. I certainly am. For those of you who are new here, what I do is I pull 3 cards. They will signify something that you're going to come up against or some information for you for the week. Any week. Readings are timeless. Whenever this finds you, it's meant to find you. And whatever token resonates with you, that will be your card. Okay, so let's get right to it. Oh, those ones want to come out. Let's do it. And I think this one. All right. And let's see what your tokens are. Okay. So for the first one is the butterfly. We get this quite a bit. This is about transformation, but since we're all people and people are changing all the time, transformation is not an unusual token to get. But it is about metamorphosis. It's if you are in a process of growing or changing, or you're looking for growth or change, this will be your token. Okay. Well, somebody's getting money on their mind this week. This is a dollar bill. So this will have to do with career, finances, material, wealth, anything like that. Anything that you're concerned about in the material world as far as finances, those kinds of things, will be connected to the dollar bill. And for this one, we have a cane. So for some of you, you have the candy cane. The candy cane, it is like a Christmas, obviously related, but it's also sweetness. It's also about family tradition and holidays, that kind of thing. So if you have that kind of thing on the brain, or you have family holidays or celebrations coming up, or religious celebrations coming up, that could be part of it. The other thing that a cane can mean, though, is a need for support or looking for support, like you lean on something to lean on. Okay, so that can be a significator for that as well. So whichever one of those. Okay, let's have a look at the butterfly. Okay. I feel like for some of you, you've been a bit delayed. I think you might. We have some maybe late bloomers are happening here. There's a sense of somebody here being, or certain people here in the reading, being a bit of a late bloomer and not really knowing the path to go on. In fact, even the token itself looks a little bit, it's odd because it's not the usual one that comes out. It's a butterfly in profile, which is only showing 2 of its 4 wings, okay? And I think that this is significant when connected with the Knight of Wands in reverse. The Knight of Wands, it's a journey, it's supposed to be the beginning of something, but it's delayed or put off, or it doesn't happen in the way it's supposed to happen. And the reason for that is because you can't do what you need to do right now, or you can't make what you need to make right now. That's what the wands do. And I feel like for some of you, you might be getting a little bit frustrated about the delays and things around your transformation. Here's the thing, transformations don't have to be fast. Transformations can be very slow. And sometimes we all have periods where there's a plateau. For some of you, I think you might be struggling with a bit of a plateau in whatever kind of transformation you are trying to make happen, okay? Just realize that just like the butterfly, you need to actually struggle to actually gain strength, okay? If you find a cocoon and it's about to burst forth a butterfly, if you help that butterfly get out of the cocoon, it'll never fly. It'll never have enough strength in its wings to actually take flight. And I feel like for some of you, you might be struggling this week, but the struggle is so that you can grow those wings. And I think that that's why you only have 2 wings on this butterfly. You're not quite there yet. You don't have quite what you need to make it happen, but you're gonna get there. Struggle is part of it. Embrace it and let it be what it is, okay? Trust that those wings will show up, because they will. Okay, so my money people, people concerned about finances, career, and all of those things this week. Let's have a look and see what you have. Oh yeah, okay. So some of you have some unexpected bills or some unexpected things happening this week. There's definitely a sense of you having some financial hardship this week and feeling like you have lack. Okay, so for some of you going into this week, the watchword here might to be make sure you're being thrifty, make sure you're taking care of your money, and don't be afraid to ask for help if you need it, okay? But it does feel like for some of you, you are going to be experiencing some lack this week for whatever reason. There is help for it. It will change, it will shift, it will move. But for now, I feel like for some of you, you're having some money problems. The advice out of this is hang on to your dollars, hang on to the money that you have, and use your, maybe the time to be looking at your budget, might be the time to be looking at your finances, because some of that stuff might be a little out of balance, and it might even be a time for you to sit down and really make a budget and look at where things are throwing out of balance, because this is a card of balance as well. So for some of you, more care this week in terms of your financial world and in terms of your financial planning and that kind of thing, okay? So just be aware of that. The other thing, the other side of the coin, or the other side of the dollar bill, so to speak, is for some of you, you might be helping someone who's in this situation, okay? The situation is coming up around you, but you might be the one being asked to help. So somebody might be coming to you looking for a little bit of help, or a little bit of a donation, possibly, to their cause. But be very careful about how much help you're giving, because you want to maintain your own balance, all right? Be careful around not crossing your own boundaries or putting yourself in harm's way or in problematic situations because you're trying to help someone else, okay? It's fine to be generous, it's fine to be helpful, but you need to take care of yourself and maintain your own balance, okay? That's going to be super important for those of you who are helping, and for those of you who are in the problem, know that it will shift, you will regain balance, but it might take really sitting down and going through things with a fine-tooth comb, okay? So let's have a look at my cane people. Like I said, it could be family celebrations, it could be traditions, it could be sweetness, it could be needing support, okay? So let's have a look and see what it is. For some of you, there is an ending and a new beginning happening here. I don't know why the cane is significant. I feel like there might be a spiritual message in it in regard to support. For some of you, I feel like you might be going through something as far as like there's an ending, but there's a new beginning. Please never be afraid of the death card. It's about transformation. It's almost never about physical death. And in this case, I don't believe that it is. I think for some of you, it's an ending and a new beginning. It's starting something new. But I feel like for some of you, you might need a little bit of guidance or something to lead on. And this is something that hadn't occurred to me when I pulled this, but it certainly feels appropriate now. The reason the candy cane is significant in Christianity, and in that we use it at Christmas as a decoration and stuff like that, is because it represents the shepherd's hook, or the shepherd's crook, the thing he uses to guide the sheep, okay? So for some of you, you might be in a place where you need a little more guidance because you're starting something new, okay? So you're being directed to find the guidance that you need, whether that's in whatever regard that is, whether that's finding the right professionals that can help you with things, or whether it's exactly what this is, which is the spiritual guidance, all right? So because you've ended something and you have a new beginning, there's a sense of needing a bit of a guidance and needing a bit of a shepherd within the problem, okay? I do feel that for somebody out there, this isn't how I normally like to read, but I do feel for somebody out there, they've experienced a loss. This is very specific, but I feel like this death card might be actually death for someone. Not that you're dying, not that anybody's dying, but I feel like somebody has already experienced a loss. So this is the ending, and this is possibly you're being directed to lean on your spiritual guidance, lean on your religion, your religious practices, or whatever those might be, for guidance and for comfort at this time. Okay, there is comfort to be found. There's guidance, and there are people and things to lean on at this time. But I do feel for some of you, you might be experiencing something like that. So for those, you have my heartfelt condolences if you have lost someone, or if you're going through something like that. But I'd also like you to know that you do have support, and there is guidance. There is a shepherd available to you. Just look for the person, look for the people that are helping, because they're there to help you, all right? So you're not alone, and you do have a shepherd through this darkness, okay? So those are your readings for this week, or whenever they find you. I hope they find you well. I hope they find you happy. And whatever you're going through, know that, you're not alone. You're never alone. You have spirit guides, you have angels, you have people around you in the physical and non-physical world that love you and want to help you and are there for you, okay? So whatever you're going through this week, I hope that you can find some peace and some rest, all right? Until next time, don't be afraid of the things that go bump in the night, because they're there in the light too.
And it was your birthday, aren't you proud of us? Heaven